Good morning, everyone. Thank you so much for joining us. This is my team. We're Team Dilation.
My name is Christina.
My name is Michaela.
My name is Trinity.
And I'm Willow.
So firstly, for the overview of this project, we really just wanted to discuss, how are we going to bring magic to Richmond, essentially. So we wanted to create an installation specifically focused on animation, and we wanted to play with the natural world in Richmond and how we can combine the two together. And so we started getting into the ideation phase. How is this going to look exactly? How are we going to bring this magic here? So we started to develop a certain theme of natural world building. We wanted to take a recognizable concept and really push it forward. And so we started going into specifically composition. How are we going to have it go through the screens? How are we going to fuse that animation and just keep it loopable, short, and recognizable?
Yeah, and so after we kind of got these thematic ideas, we wanted to go for inspiration. As artists, we're obviously always looking at other artists, but we're also looking at the natural world. We're looking at local flora and fauna. It's very based on Richmond, so that was very important to us. So here are some examples of some art that was kind of pushing us to think, and also some nature that we were really keeping in mind when we created this project that was very much based on kind of bringing out the magic of the natural world. Onto kind of the concept phase when we were developing the concepts for this project. So we went with the idea of having a dragon. Obviously because we're art students and we like dragons, but also because we think that there's something really interesting about that, kind of how dragons in a lot of cultures and in a lot of different places, they serve as amalgamations of different animals. So we did a lot of studies of local Richmond fauna and also some flora, and we went through the concept development that we've learned in our other classes. So we used that to kind of develop this concept. Yeah, and so this is a little more refinement of that, our turnarounds and all that stuff, which is helpful for animation, which is what we ended up doing.
All right. I can talk a little bit about the environment concept. So again, we're combining the elements of nature with our character and then the environment of Richmond. We're focusing on a lot of local places that people know around Richmond. So here were some ideas of images that we use for backgrounds, again, combining the Richmond environment with our character. And then onto the storyboard. So again, you can see in the storyboard, for example, board 7, there's a shot of the Main Street station. And again, you're gonna see some recognizable places of Richmond around here. And this was a really integral part of our process overall. And here was our animatic test. This was a very first test that we had, trying to get an idea of what we wanted to see.
With our animation test, so our biggest question was, how are we going to bring this to life, right? And so we just took some placeholders and took our ideas. Again, we are visual artists, and we just kind of compiled them together and just was like, hey, how's the dragon going to move through the bridge, or how's the dragon going to move in context to Richmond? And so we actually went out, we took our library's camera and decided that we were going to go and take our own shot. So these are HD photos that we, as a group, took, and we wanted to make it just more personal, just a more personal experience, and just bring magic to Richmond.
And lastly, as you all know, for our outcome, we have a short animation that will be displayed downstairs. Thank you. We just wanted to quickly extend our gratitude to the CoStar Group, including Maya, Max, and Ryan, for helping us out through this process.